Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new live stream. Today for you all, I am live streaming Rise of the Tomb Raider. This is part 7, and I am jumping into something new today. So if I head over to Croft Manor, you can see that I have a DLC called Blood Ties. I completely forgot about this. I thought I was completely finished with Rise of the Tomb Raider, but this was brought to my attention, and I thought to play it today. And I really do hope that it is a good DLC. I've heard nothing but good reviews, feedback, all that stuff about it. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one. This will be potentially the last part of Rise of the Tomb Raider, unless I go into New Expedition, Lara's Nightmare. I did hear that this one has given a lot of people, no pun intended, nightmares. So I might try it out, I might not. We'll see. I might play it off stream and see how it is. But if you would like me to stream it, then be sure to let me know in the chat. But on the topic of live streaming, I put out a community post last night. I accidentally put it public instead of scheduling it, but it is what it is. I put out a community post last night, and I asked you all, what game would you like me to play after Rise of the Tomb Raider? So the 3 games that I put on the list are Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation, and Detroit Become Human. Now I know obviously Tomb Raider The Last Revelation isn't actually called like Tomb Raider 4, but I just put the 4 in it just to make you understand that it is the 4th one if you don't know. But I'm sure you do. But anyways, those are the 3 games. I only had Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Detroit Become Human. So I thought I'd add Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. And I'm willing to play that one. You know, I'm willing to jump into that one. I haven't really heard any bugs, glitches, issues about that game. Maybe I've not looked too deep into it. But if you would like me to play any of those 3 games, then be sure to vote. Be sure to leave a like on the community post. But let's make sure that our audio is all good and we are all ready to go. Dialogue, put that up. SFX volume, turn that up a little bit. Turn down my aim sensitivity a little bit because I was struggling with it a little for the game. And yeah, I think we'll be all good to kick this off. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, leave a like on the stream, and let's get into it.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor, you are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Anne.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library. Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Interesting. So is this after the main story?
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
Huh? Okay.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
Spinny chair!
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Swingy chair. Alright, we're gonna try and find everything in this game chat in regards to documents.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. Well, I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria. This is probably my grandfather Benjamin. A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Alright, am I done with everything here? Oh, there's some cupboards here.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
I want to be as thorough as possible. In regards to trying to find all the documents and that. I don't want to miss anything, you know? Fingers crossed. I don't.
The door to the library. Locked. There's got to be another way through. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
Like this, it's pretty interesting.
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it definitely needs fixing, I'll tell you that now.
The Phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
I'm very curious of what we're gonna find, huh? So this is shortly after the main story. What's this?
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
Reset it. It's just like bloody CSI investigation with this shit. Stop smoking, love art. No, I can't seem to find it. That's weird. Is that it? That's gotta be it, right? You're good news? You left the party, so I'm wondering... Yeah, I thought it was something to do with the writing, but... Can I read it upside down? Come on, really? There we
Someone
go.
has a sense of humor.
There we go. Okay, so we need a key for this box. And then, we'll be all good, I guess.
Locked. Need a key to open this.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and, oh, God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby, but it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
Honestly, seeing Croft Manor, it literally brings back a lot of memories, huh? Like to, is it Underworld? Where she met her evil twin or whatever?
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
And also there is other times when you could, I think, was it Legend as well? I'm trying to think of the games that Master Key. Okay, I am definitely gonna have to explore literally everything.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
That's a nod to Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I'll call it that so we know what we're talking about.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
The frick is that? Oh, flashlight. It just says in the top left. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's a flashlight. New gear required, flashlight.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
The flashlight will turn on automatically when entering dark areas. This is really cool.
Hey Jonah, sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Gosh, why did she sound robotic? I did not like that whatsoever. It's like she never took a breather or anything. Just pure roboticness. But yeah, I didn't like Tomb Raider Lara. That's, I don't know, like, I didn't connect with it, you know?
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
I'm really hoping that I find all the collectibles. Still need to find a master key. I am curious of what they were hiding now. Why they were so protective over stuff. I remember the old Tomb Raider games and, you know, being able to explore Croft Manor and stuff. I don't know where you will find a master key. Is it in his Is it in his room? I opened this and nothing came about it. Can you imagine you could toggle first person? Like, would you like a Tomb Raider game in first person or not? Like, you can toggle between first or third. Alright, I need to find a master key, but where the heck is it? I need to find a combination in the library, I believe. Yeah. It's highlighting here. Oh, hello.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Okay, expedition map. Well, crap. How the hell am I supposed to follow this?
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Oh, great. Did that just like magically spawn or something? Oh, hell no, man. I don't do... There better not be anything grabby.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
I don't like this. Honestly, right now this is giving me Resident Evil vibes. What's that knocking? But I don't like this. Like already I'm just having weird like vibes because it's literally giving me Resident Evil vibes. Like I played Resident Evil like No Tomorrow back in good old age, as people would say, but no, I have played Resident Evil. I've also played Silent Hill, and I think that's what it is, Silent Hill rather than Resident Evil. I'm getting those two games mixed up. But yeah, Silent Hill, it's definitely giving me those vibes right now.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
I'm not doing well.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow, in the bright Egyptian sun, amidst the dust and ruins.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm just making sure the stream's all
Surprised
good.
we asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Oh no, I'm definitely getting Resident Evil vibes now. Oh, of course. Of course, you know, I can't go anywhere without a master key. Of bloody course. Yep, I'm definitely getting Resident Evil vibes and Silent Hill. Yeah, fuck off, you rat. I swear to God. I'm about to dropkick someone. Ew.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Brothers, please, sir. It seems like there was a lot of controlling, a lot of contradictive behavior, secrets, arguments potentially. And just overall, a lot of just issues with people after Richard. You know, who knows what happened to his wife? I can't remember too much of what actually happened to her. But, I don't like this, man.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
So we've got the wine cellar. Can I grab a bottle of wine? Oh, hardy hard, dickhead. Get out of my way. Hello? Ghost Age. It's your friendly neighborhood Lara.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
Yeah, I can sense that, yeah.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the 2 of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Oh, Bordeaux.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Crowbar. Okay, so when we get a crowbar, we need to head back down here. And when we get the master key, we need to explore a lot of stuff.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
Good old Winston.
White. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Good old Winston. Good memories of putting you in the freezer. Now that is winning in life.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. And before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Now he's putting him in the freezer. I wonder if there's a document about that. Can you imagine like a document about Winston saying, "Ah, Lara, you're always putting me in the freezer." It's quite chilly in there. Alrighty. So I think we've got everything down here except for that locker. Which we will, investigate in due time. But so far, honestly, this DLC has been quite interesting. Yes, there's a lot of documents, but it's just basically you trying to find out the history of Croft Manor and the secrets and things like that, what really went down. Like, why is this place so, highly valuable to a lot of people? There's just so much.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on!
That's, Egyptian. Right there behind me. Gosh, not so little anymore, huh? You have to duck. Make sure you don't bang your head on freaking pipes or anything. Ooh. This has definitely changed over the years, huh?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
Okay, which way do I go then? Because I saw this way, but then now I can go the other way.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute. That's actually really cute. I actually want to try and find all the collectibles in this. So this is the way I came. And I went around here. Can I go around to the other end yet? Unless I go down there. It'll lead me around eventually, I believe.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Anubis. I knew that was Egyptian. My mum is literally like obsessed with like Egyptian type statues and stuff. I didn't know the name of it, but just knew it was Egypt.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Blueprints.
There's a missing page.
Ooh. I wonder where we'll find two.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Ah yes, Tutankhamun.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Where's his head? Where's his head? Don't want to climb that yet. I want to make sure I get all the documents and stuff.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure, my favorite painting by Amelia, the day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather. Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas, and now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life? This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
That's so awesome, man.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Gosh, you gotta wonder how many secrets there is in this game, huh? Like in this DLC alone.
This picture was taken in the library. (1820) additions to the main hall in progress.
Very interesting. Are you still watching that, Rose, through share screen? Oh, okay. Hopefully it's not blurry for you. Alright, is that everything here? I want to make sure that I get everything, because if I missed anything, I'd be so upset. I'd literally be so upset if I missed anything. Because I'm such a nerd when it comes to collecting items and stuff like that in games. I've always been such a collector nerd.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Oh, this way, and then go back down. Pull the ladder again. There we go, push it forward. Climb up.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Yeah, what? Okay, so we got fire. We got the center. And then...
X marks the spot, as they say.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just trying to charge my laptop. Alrighty, that wasn't there before, I swear. Like, I feel like this game literally spawns things when, I ain't looking around about.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Now I'm doubting myself if I've collected everything, you know? I really hope so. I'm really hoping so. Because I really want to collect everything in this DLC, but if I don't, I'll always go back, I'll always check on that.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing. Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West.
It says I've reached a new milestone. Like, it says new milestone reached. You've increased your trophy level. 175. You're 0% to the next level. I've been unlocking quite a few trophies in this. I'm surprised you don't see it popping up on my stream, but that's actually pretty cool. I got that. We'll turn it off. I'll let it run.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
What do you mean more clues to find in the library? Search the library for remaining combination clues. Oh, okay, yeah. True. True. If
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
If I don't go there yet, because I don't want to accidentally come across something and complete the DLC or whatever, you know? I just want to loot around. I want to make sure that I've got everything. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything when I finish the DLC loot. Open that.
Worse than I thought.
Okay, goodbye. The Last of Us vibes. I'm good.
The Croft family crest.
So can I explain further about what I want to do? So basically I want to explore as much as possible rather than focusing on the main quest, because I want to make sure that, you know, I do explore everything.
This is strangely beautiful.
Gosh, no wonder you freaking get in people robbing the place. But yeah, so for me to explain furthermore what I'm doing, I'm exploring Croft Manor rather than focusing on the main story. I know there is a combination in the library in regards to the safe, but you know, if I go to the safe, will that be the end of the DLC type of thing, you know? So I want to explore as much as possible, not miss out on literally anything to do with this DLC. And once I feel like I've collected everything, I'll then, you know, focus on the main objective at hand. And that's obviously to find the combination.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Okay. Do I need to explore the library, Night Rose? Like, do you search for the combination relics in the library and master bedroom? So if I search in the library, will it not let me search in that bedroom? Or can I do everything at once?
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received
Hello,
at the
Shannon.
conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Alright, interesting.
I'm just going to say it because it is when typing it. I would say follow the crest because you're going to go in these rooms anyway as you follow what the missions are, because I'm kind of a little bit worried in a sense. You might go somewhere you don't want to go before you get there, following the crest line.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Because
you might go into a room and be like, oh, what's in here? She'll do a dialogue and then you'll be like, oh, then you've got to go back in it. It kind of just ruins that
yeah, it's fine, no
feel, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But you will still explore everywhere. You can't really not be in them.
That's fine.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one? Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Okay, I think I've explored everything. So I need a crowbar, and I need to go back down to that bloody scary place. So when I do find a crowbar, which I'm sure. I love how I just leave everything open and just don't close it. No wonder I got told off as a kid. Like leaving everything open, freaking nearly damaging everything. Look, Dad, I got antique wine sets. Let's leave the cupboard door open. Okay, this is very... Honestly, I'm getting like many mixtures of different games here with this DLC, like The Last of Us, Resident Evil, Silent Hill.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
At least that old thing still works.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Interesting. Sorry I'm not talking much throughout this whole stream. It's just been filled with dialogues of audio files and stuff like that. There's just been so much going on. But I do hope that you're enjoying this DLC as much as I am. It's pretty interesting. And I got told that it's a really good DLC. And it's after the main story a little bit. And I also heard it would explain the ending of Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm like, oh, okay. So,
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
I'm just playing this through, and hopefully it makes sense.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Alright, sorry about that. I just had to go AFK for food. But, I am back now. But hello, Shannon. Welcome. Welcome to Night Rose as well. And welcome to everyone else. Oh my gosh. My hay fever is just, I don't know. I hate having food and then like my hay fever starts like kicking. I end up freaking choking on it or not wanting to eat it. What food is it? I don't like really share my food on stream, so I'll text you. I'll show you on camera. What the hell? This is new. Oh, what the hell's happened to Discord?
I don't know how to answer.
But ew, what's up? What's happened to Discord, man?
How do I mute?
But what's up?
I'm trying to mute.
What's up, but
Do you know what? Let me work it out. I'm trying to mute. I don't know what to do. How's it work? What's that? What's that one? Ooh.
Yeah, Discord has been updated, ladies and gentlemen. When you like video call someone, there's like all these like symbols at the bottom now. I was like,
I don't like it. What's this? What's this button do?
oh gosh, he's gonna start pressing buttons, Chad.
No.
Beware.
Oh, Aiden, help.
Beware. I didn't get to hear this audio because Mum showed me for food and that, so I'll just read it through. Sorry for those who already heard this audio, but I just want to read through it to catch up with everything because I've been catching up with a lot of stuff lately in regards to Tomb Raider and the story and that. So I want to make sure that everything makes sense in this DLC. So let's read through this real quick. Marrying in Luxor was Mom's idea. I never knew. I'm lucky to have this glimpse of her so many years later. I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seen him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days till my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. We found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right, and with Roth and the others on our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me, but I don't care anymore. I'm free of demonic obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as a cross, forging our path together. Very nice. Very nice. Take that away from Nairos. There you go. Nairos is going to play now, ladies and gentlemen. Could you turn down the music a bit, Nairos, because it's like blasting in my ears.
I was gonna say, you can get her to read that monologue to you again if you wanted to.
It's okay, I just thought to read it out.
Hey. Yeah, no, you're fine. I just didn't know if you...
I saw the play thing, I did, yes, but I thought to read it out.
Is that all right for you? There?
Yeah, dialogue volume.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine as it is. SFX, turn that down a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to be eating my food. So the person that you see playing now is Night Rose. So hopefully she collects everything. If she doesn't, I'm going to knock her out. No, I'm joking. There is a crowbar. I don't know where, but I will need to go back down in the basement to unlock those lockers.
Everything Atlas has done,
Bye.
how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents.
I will say one thing as well, because I think you didn't really see it because you returned the camera. But when you're walking down that hallway, when the light flashed and Lara freaked out, there was actually a shadow of a person out on the floor. You don't actually know. I just quickly googled to make sure because I remember seeing it. I can't remember much about it. It's not actually anybody. So I think you're meant to just assume it was even her dad, or perhaps she's having a vision of her mum.
I've not been turning the camera the whole time. It just does it itself. So I wondered what she freaked out about. Because when I walked into here, the camera rotated to her face. I'm like, what are you doing? So...
You know, on the floor, it was like an outline. It's not distinctive. Like, you know it's a person, but you can't go, oh yeah, that's definitely a woman, that was definitely a man, and there's nothing in the window.
Yeah.
You know? So it was designed to just go, there's a shadow on the floor. Was that just her?
The camera's just been doing its own thing. I've not touched the camera once. So I have missed out on a few things. I apologise for that, chat. But yeah. Anyways, the person that's playing right now is Night Rose. I will be eating my food on mute, of course. And yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like and enjoy Night Rose's gameplay while she bounces on the bed like a lunatic. Bye!
I was just curious, could you not bounce on the bed? Is there no trophy for bouncing on the bed? That's sad, there should have been a trophy. Missed opportunity.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Oh, can we keep it?
The inscription is faded.
Oh. Well, I think it says, love you. Or perhaps it's, my darling? Or perhaps it says nothing because somebody took my controls. I want to keep it. Stick it on your finger. See if it fits. A necklace.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Oh.
October 13th, Mum's birthday.
That's the info I need.
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Oh, this is handy.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
Well, she does. Looks very much like Lola.
There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Damn it. You have to play the Lover's Nightmare live now, apparently, according to Abel.
Their anniversary was in October, but which day? Oh, I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere.
In her
My
perfume.
mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
Squirty, squirty. Look at Benjamin.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Imagine. Oh, Daddy. Very interesting.
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Oh, that's handy. That could be the 12th anniversary date. Doesn't look like there's anything else in this room. Not a way to go. Yeah, so the shadow was like kind of here. And it flashed through this window.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
Hello?
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Very romantic.
No, it's okay, Shannon. We know that you're working and stuff. So good.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Pretty mum.
I've just been on mute because I've been eating food. But I did say that Night Rose is the one playing through SharePlay. That's a new feature I figured out. Well, I say new, but it's something that I figured out that I could do while streaming, because on PS4 I could never do that. So throughout my gameplay of Rise of the Tomb Raider, while streaming, I've left Night Rose in charge of controlling the character, doing the gameplay, if that makes sense, through SharePlay, which has, funny enough, held quite well. You know, SharePlay and streaming and that. So, yeah.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Because she looks like my mum when she was younger. What the fuck? My mum had that hair when she was a bit younger. And she still does. She still has
like
the... My mum now has like frizzy, kind of like curly hair. But she also had that kind of hair as well. That's just, wow.
My mum said the baby
Phone
looked
me
like
back.
me. She went, because that's how I used to be. I always be giggling and looking out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Really? She's like, yeah, she was like, looks just like you. Like, thanks.
No worries, Shannon. Like I said, I I know you're working and lurking.
Mum's paintings.
So
Which
don't worry
one
about
was
it.
Dad's favorite?
Maybe that was it.
Gosh, I'm trying to like
Which one is
breathe.
Dad's favourite? Hello, Dad. You look like Clark Kent.
I was eating food earlier and I ended up freaking coughing and that didn't go down well.
If I remember correctly, it's this. There's Camp the Boxers.
No spoilers.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
Very nice. 4 boxes in a field. With a castle in the back. The tar coming down. Kind of the sort of thing Lara climbs in number 3 when you think about it. Has it really been right?
Where the hell do you find a crowbar though?
I think you get that when you need it.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
If she hadn't decided to go missing in a portal. Whee! I'm a rebel! Tell me off. Anything else? Nope, some massive gaping thing. The piano Lara wanted to play with, but Daddy wouldn't let her. Okay. Right, we can go up there. Yes, we can. Up you go.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Never did it. I love how it's got wildlife in it, and then hers is on the back.
Hoping my sister doesn't marry a freaking Richard Croft.
We're trying to convince her, call her Lara. If not Jonah.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
Baby. Let's go to the studies.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Me too. Good thing the robber and the mice and the foxes and anything else didn't come through the window, innit? It's going to be a hell of a pay job to get rid of that out of the house, though, isn't it? You need a good strong 6 men to get Mr. Old Barb Tree out. He's definitely coming in. He's definitely going through the top.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that didn't work.
Oh, fine. I'll do it, my buff.
For God's sake, memorize.
Okay, that's not it. It was 4. What was it for? What was their wedding day? 13, wasn't it?
Clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
I think
No, that
if I'm correct, if I've been paying attention, try 5, 4, 9.
The answer has to be in the clues. That worked.
Yeah.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
Aww. Honestly, that's what's in the safe. Unbelievable.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do?
It's funny because, like, it kind of copies the storyline from Legends, but Legends had it, like, this is where it's like, I say it's different levels, because Legend had it that Lara was on the plane with her, where Lara in this one wasn't. It's
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that?
Which is it?
A blank page.
No, it's not.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Find the fire! Maybe I can use the fire. I'm hoping it's another one of these magic tricks.
A hidden message.
Oh Oh god.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
So we've got 2 dots and a mustache. I'm going to say the lower half of a man's body. And the bird. Yep, I think I can remember that. And then... don't we have... I'm sure in here somewhere the...
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
So 1. Then it's something, then 2. So where's the one with the legs? I see it's 4. 1, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2. 1, 4, 2. But where are we going with 1, 4, 2?
A blank page. A hidden message.
Right. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I know where this is. 1, 4, 2. Right, we need to go back into the thingy. Servants' quarters. 1, 4, 2. I need to remember that. 1, 4, 2. You are so pretty. Nothing scary, we're okay. There's nothing scary, we're okay. Where's the chessboard? 1, 4, 2. Oh. Alright. I'm a smart genie. Okay, well that's it. Goodbye. See you next week. It's just like...
Damn, locked in.
What? Meow.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Aiden! You're on your own now. Fine.
Did Dad build all of this just to keep
You
his
look
research
lovely,
safe?
Lara. Yeah, Lara. Just... I don't like that. What was that on the floor? Ew! Right. Well, this looks nice. Oh, very nice stuff that Daddy's got. Are they cockroaches? Or are they spiders? Ew! No, they're making me itch.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Got 2 on the back though, is that important? Interesting, interesting. Very interesting, I'm on pause. Oh, there's a code. BZ7169. Is that important?
I know, but I will be right back. I'm putting Nightmares on pause so she doesn't touch anything whilst I'm AFK chat.
Are you serious? That only happened once, and if you didn't walk away, I wouldn't have fallen into the cutscene. Oh, 2. Well, now what? Jay left us looking at something nice. Oh, this is ridiculous. I wasn't going to do anything. I walked into a couple of traps. I didn't do anything.
Alrighty, I am back.
Never mind.
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
What do we have here?
W. I wonder where, and there's one in the basement, but I'm curious where else I found where I need to use the crowbar.
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
Not to do what they did with Catherine.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere.
Don't do what Himiko did.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here. Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor? Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
Blue light.
Yeah, I was just looking to see there was nothing else once you turned it on, but I don't think there is. I think it is just this way. I was going to go back, but you can't, so you can only go this way. We'll do a whole full circle.
Destroying the whole manor, like, it's already destroyed.
Pretty much. Then again, it probably was meant to work, but because it's been abandoned for so long.
No.
I didn't want to go that way, she went that way. I was trying to turn around, lava gets very sticky on her fingers.
Oh.
When I try to turn around, she thinks she's got to go through the door, and she goes through. Like, sometimes I want to just do that, but she doesn't. Sometimes she walks in a circle and then she goes through.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
Interesting. And there's another one down in the basement, isn't there? There's another locker down in the basement, Winston's chest piece area.
Yeah, so do you want to go...
Wherever it leads.
Well, this is back round, I think. You're back out. So, like, I think you go up there, you're back in the house, and I think if I go this way, this is back to the,
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
quarters. So where do you want to go?
The basement area. So that way, hopefully. That'll lead you to the green locker. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a DLC for Rise of the Tomb Raider. And so far it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of dialogue, of course, but it gets you interested in regards to the history of Lara Croft, her dad, her mother, uncle, the manor in general, its secrets, so on and so forth. There is just so much within this DLC that gets brought to life, and it is very interesting to find all of this. I ain't gonna lie, and I didn't think I would enjoy this DLC, you know. I didn't think I would even play it, but Naiva's mentioned it to me. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna play the DLCs?" I'm like, "Oh." Completely did not forget about that. But no, I've generally enjoyed it.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
So, do you remember where everything was then that you used to go?
I think it was down there, the green locker which you already got. Then you got the other two lockers. I don't think there is anything else. If there is, then we'll try and find it. But
You need to go back up then?
yeah, you can go up that ladder. But guys, I put out a community post 13 hours ago. I was meant to schedule it around 3, maybe 4 in the afternoon, but I accidentally posted it. And this is why I honestly shouldn't do a community post when I'm half tired. So, yeah, I ended up posting it, and it's got 7 votes. Now, if you have not yet voted, feel free to do so, and also be sure to leave a like on the community post. That'll help the community post get out there more, and more people, you know, get to vote and stuff. But if you do vote, please come by the live stream, hang out, get to know myself, the community, and hopefully you enjoy the game, whatever wins. I didn't obviously give an exact date of when either one of these 3 games will be live streamed next. So once I finish Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I think Blood Ties will be the final live stream, if that makes sense, like of Rise of the Tomb Raider. If I do play Lara's Nightmare, I'll of course, you know, be sure to play it, whatever. But if I don't, then this may potentially be the last live stream of Rise of the Tomb Raider. But I have generally enjoyed this game. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I've enjoyed it from start to finish. We'll definitely play the main story again to go over the documents, relics, tombs, whatever I may have potentially missed throughout the whole game. But yeah, this will be the final live stream of Rise of the Tomb Raider if I decide not to proceed with Lara's Nightmare. So if this is the final stream, whatever game wins out of the 3 that I put on the list, which is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation, and Detroit Become Human. So whatever game wins out of those 3 will be the next game I play. But so far, Detroit Become Human is winning. This is interesting because I did want to play Detroit Become Human next, because I've left that game untouched. And the reason being is because there were certain scenes that needed a motion bar sensor, which only the official PlayStation controllers have. And at the time I didn't have an official PS4 controller because of malfunctions with it. It was more or less broken, so it didn't register like button controls, it didn't register the motion sensor bar. And I had to buy a new controller, and sadly that controller didn't have a motion sensor bar because it was a Razer controller, so it was no good for Detroit Become Human. Now I did have a other controller to the left of me, but that was quite terrible. I ain't gonna lie, that controller is quite terrible, because when I plug in my mic and talk, there's a 2 to 3 second audio delay, and it's really bad. I've tried it out with Night Rose, and when I've been trying to talk to her, she hears me 2 to 3 seconds afterwards, which then she responds 2 to 3 seconds afterwards, and I'm like, oh, is he there? And she's too busy talking, and then she's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, okay, this is a really bad controller. And I tried it out with Shannon as well. She went, yeah, that's really bad. I hear you 2 to 3 seconds, and then I respond, and it's very delayed. So I was planning on using that controller, obviously for Detroit Become Human, but I just know for a fact that the headset alone would have been terrible. So I just wait for PS5 and hopefully have the chance to play it. And I'm really hoping that the game doesn't freeze on me, because there were certain moments when I was streaming on PS4, the game was freezing on me, stuttering, and it looked like it wasn't coping. So I'm really hoping for the PS5 now, it's going to be a lot more stable.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Of course it would be Winston, wouldn't it? This is why I want to play Tomb Raider 4 now. Or like Tomb Raider 5, whatever. I'm sure Winston's not part of those, I'm not too sure, but the reason why I want to play Tomb Raider 4 is because of the memories of Tomb Raider 1 through 3. Growing up. Of Winston, locking him in the freezer, and watching Night Rose play Tomb Raider 1 through 3. And locking Winston in the freezer, it just brings back so many happy memories. I have like such a huge smile on my face, because I used to always I did it once accidentally, and that's how I knew that Winston could be locked in the freezer. I was just running around, Winston followed me in, I went out and I just pressed this button on the wall and it locked Winston in the freezer. I'm like, oh. I don't think I'm meant to do that.
Well, I've read the trophy because I've done it about 3 times and the trophy wasn't counting for me.
That does look like a human, doesn't it? It looks... Oh, that looks like a black mist or ghost or something. Blech. I don't like that, mate. Ugh, I got the shivers.
It actually was a figure in the
floor, I got the shivers. I really want to go ghost hunting though. I like the one big passion of mine is to go ghost hunting. Which may not actually be on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. All will be revealed in due time.
Yeah, no, I can't find anywhere else to use the crowbar that we needed, so maybe I got it or something.
Maybe, yeah. And you got the green locker down in the basement area, and then you got the other green locker that I was wanting to get. So I think that's it. I think that's basically it.
I've just been all over. But yeah, no, my trophy for Winston. I couldn't work out why it's not triggering. I've got to go do it, but apparently what you've got to do is jump over him in the fridge, but stay in there with him until he lets one go, and then close him in with it.
Oh gosh.
So it's not only just lock him in the freezer, because that's the other thing that Winston used to do in the original ones. He would walk around, make weird grunting noises, then he would freeze, then he would let one go, and then shake the tray and grumble. And I used to just squeal and go, he's farting. I go, well, he is old. And I'm like, ew! And I'd run from him. He's like, oh, I don't want to fart in that. So yeah, I told my mum, I said, it's not only just locking him in the freezer, I go, lock him in there, wait till he drops a special something, then close the door. And it's called something like revenge and futile or something, because like you're locking him in there with his like, that's so brutal. Oh, that's brilliant.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Oh, how did nobody ever notice this? Hiya! Hiya! Dun, 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 dun. Spooky, spooky skeletons are living in our basement. Yeah, this bit freaked me out, but I know I'm okay.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
What is in the crypt?
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
Hello, beautiful. How long have you been waiting down here? Who is this? In memory of our husband and father? Cannot tell which croft that is, but it is a croft. This is somebody else I can't tell. In memory of 1917, 18A. You also the same thing. Another croft.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
Yeah. I love how she's got like the biggest one going, everybody else is just in the wall. Don't think anything other than to read the mighty sign.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
What's this? A letter.
Somebody needs to stop cutting onions in my room.
Damn, that's Oof. Additional relics have become available in the manor. Interesting. Oh, we got the Blue Henley outfit that I never ran because it was just definitely not suiting the environment that I was in at times. But
it looked horrible. He stole my controls.
alright, fine.
No, fine. You keep them.
No, you're enjoying it, so.
Eee! We have a letter through the poster. Thank you, postman Pat.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Looks like because we found our mother's body, you can't have the place.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
You say it again. Look at this beautiful place. It's just lovely. This is where we take out the chandelier, we put in our bounce pad and we start bouncing across the room and practicing our
Acrobatics.
gymnastics. Yes, and acrobats. How did you know? You've watched too much Tomb Raider.
I've just got this image in my head of Aang flying about.
Can you believe it? Finding our mum's dead body saved the mansion.
That is wild. That is wild. But guys,
Your mum in the basement.
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, we do. But hold on, I'm trying to read through the trophies. Hold on. Right, so we have a bunch of trophies given to us for this whole DLC chat. Of course, you'll see a blue screen, such as myself. But I want to read through the trophies to make sure that we can get everything in blood ties, if that makes sense. So we have a few for Lara's Nightmare. Home Raider, collect all of the relics in Croft Manor. And that's it. We've only got one left. We just need to collect all of the relics in Croft Manor, and then the rest is just to do with Lara's Nightmare. Yeah, we just need to collect all relics. And I think that will be that trophy done, if that makes sense. But where would the relics be? We've got some additional ones, right? They did say you've picked up some additional relics. I wonder if Winston will be roaming around. Can you imagine? I know he's like long gone, but it's like a new Winston roaming around. I need to know where. What the? I wondered where she freaking had that flashlight come from. I really want to find all the relics. And I'll get a trophy called Home Raider. No worries. I'm sure you're gonna let me know that you've got food or whatever. I feel like I collected everything, man. Gosh dang it. So I'm assuming that there is obviously something else that needs to be collected. Why is the camera so zoomed in? Okay. Jumpy jump. Don't like that. Definitely don't like that place. Gives me the creeps. Well, didn't fix this, did we? Are we just gonna leave this exposed? I wonder where the relics would be. Where could I have possibly missed some? I'm trying to think. So we didn't find in. Did we find any in the I'm trying to think. I can't actually think where there is any other relics. Is there any in, Oh, hello.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamato.
Ah, that's actually awesome. That's a throwback.
The Atlas, such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me. I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Oh, dual pistols! Alright, so I'm assuming the relics are around here, right? I had to finish the game to get more relics. I'm assuming. Can't think. Oh my gosh, it's my cliffhanger thing. My pickaxe. That's actually kind of neat. I'm trying to think of where all the relics are. Because I feel like I did really good. Getting most of them. There's one there in regards to the mask. There's... I think there was some in there. I already got that though. I know that there was a ancient map here. I think we're done. There was a... I think... You know what I think it might be, Chad? I think it might be the expedition map. I think it might potentially be the expedition map because I don't think I remember... I don't think I remember picking it up. I actually don't think I remember picking up an expedition map. Two, whatever. If that makes sense. I just want to try and retrace my steps. So, there's papers here. There was something in here, right? That's what I'm assuming. There was something in here. There was files of paper here with a laptop that's now missing. There's this, which I inspected. Um... There was a phoenix figurine from here. There is Night Rose. I'm just trying to recall my steps. I think I remember it like off by heart of what I collected, like what route I went, if that makes sense. There's what was here? Was it Anna's cigarette case? I remember because I was struggling to get the rain. Okay. So I head down here. There was a book, I believe. So that should be 6 collectibles. I honestly don't know how many we have in total, chap, so this is just a guess. Should be 1 here, that should be 7. There's 1 here, that should be 8. I don't even know how many there is. Don't know if it tells me. Because from here, I had a flashlight. Then I went around here, picked this up from the case. I think it was a ring or an amulet or something of such sort here. Don't know where else I went. Did I get the bust? Yeah, I've got an unknown statue bust here. Trying to recall my steps. I believe I got something here, which I think was a threat from my uncle, right? If I remember correctly. Don't like going down here. I feel very nauseous and sick. Don't know why. This just... Ugh. Oh, I've just seen it. I'm blind. I am just missing 1 relic. I've collected 53 or 54. Oh, come on, that's not bad. My first time playing this, and I've just missed out on 1 relic. Oh, that's gotta be painful. That's gotta be painful. That's painful. That is painful. I can't remember where I have been or haven't been. Is there anything? No, nothing here. Nothing here. But I think there was. Which is what I collected. I think it was like an audio tape, if I remember correctly. And I went down here, right? Because that wasn't open at the time, so I went down here. And I believe there was something here. Please don't tell me it's going to be around here, man. I'm just trying to think. Okay. There must have been something here. So there was something here. There was a chess piece here. Is this it? Nah. Sorry, Jay, if you're wondering what I'm doing, basically I'm trying to recall my steps. Because I want to try and get this 54th relic. And I'll get a trophy called Home Raider. And then the other trophies are just to do with Lara's Nightmare. Definitely don't want to be going through that at the moment. So, yeah. I'll probably play it off stream, and if I play it off stream and it's worth playing on stream, then of course, yeah, I'll stream it, but don't think it's like any relevance. I'm trying to think. My brain is going through a lot right now. I'll tell you that now, chat. My brain is going through a lot right now. I swear, if it's anything to do with the expedition 2 of 2, I don't even know if I picked that up or not. That's how like brain dead I am with it. I collected Anubis here, right? Anubis was here, so I don't need to go down there. I've been also counting the relics in my head, so that must have been around 19 or something. I'm trying to think. It's enough of my light. Blueprints here. It's either the expedition or it's the blueprint that's missing the second blueprint, if that makes sense. It's either the expedition, with it being 2 of 2, or it's to do with the blueprint. Right, now we're in the library. Things have changed, I believe. Didn't look like this before, I'll tell you that now. Right. I think there was a radio tape. I think there was like a tape or something here. There was a book here, which I picked up to then open. This, which would be I think, man, where have I not been? Got a message here, like a radio message here.
How's it going?
I'm trying to recall all of my steps to get that last relic. 23, I'm assuming.
In your inventory, does it tell you what you're missing?
No, I want to just carry on what I'm doing. In regards to try and find him. I think there was something here, I don't know. I'm missing just one relic and I'm just recalling my steps, so I'm not going to do lolly. I swear there was something here, then I got like a cutscene or something. Did I get anything up here? Must have, right? There must have been a photo. Yeah, there was that photograph. This photograph. Must have been like a document or something rather than a relic, I would class it as. Did I get anything here? Anything on the bookshelves? Anything here? Nope, leave that. Okay, there's nothing here for me to collect. Push that over there, because I remember pulling that backwards, then push this over here. Climb the ladder. Anything here? Like any square, spam square? No. I think here was the expedition map, so I got 2 of 2 in regards to the expedition map, I believe. It sounds like something out of Harry Potter, man.
I think it was the very first music track that you hear in Tomb Raider 1.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
one that I play. That's why she says it. She recognises it. That's the play on words. This is the one that plays in Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
In 3, it's behind the diving board, and you push it, and she dives into the water, and she listens to it. In 2, it is in the hallway, and you push it and you do your gymnastics while she has this playing on the CD rack between the two statues. Love pushing the button and it plays and she goes, music anyone? And she takes a lovely inhale and she goes, a bit of music. I was so excited when I saw that and I pushed it and it played. I looked at my mum all like lit up and mum went, yes, now we're talking. A bit of classic.
Yeah. There was a key. There was a key there, which then led me up here. And then I went round here, opened that. And then with the key I opened this, which I think I got the Croft family crest. Excuse me, don't think there was anything else up there. Never's got this here. I remember that. Did I explore up there thoroughly? Because that's what's kicking in for me. I'm doubting myself. I've not explored up here correctly. I opened that, and I believe there was an audio log. There was a book here. There was a ring here. There's something in here. It's weird I remember this, man. I think it was Amelia's wedding ring that was on the bed. Now if you remember, Nairo's took control from here. So I think there was Amelia's necklace here. You picked up a photo of Amelia on her wedding day, right? Here. And then there was a bottle of perfume or something. Here. There was a bust of Richard Croft, which I collected. Neves picked a pocket watch, which had 12 on it. I remember that. Because I remember Neves saying that could, be a key part. I went in here. I think there was an audio log or something here. In this cupboard right here. I don't think there was anything else.
Did you look round in the grave and all that? The cemetery bit?
I will. I'm just trying to recall my steps. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to go off path. Then I went in here. I think there was a photo or something around here. Of Amelia and Lara painting together, I think it was. And there was a photo of Amelia holding Lara, which I collected, I believe. There was, I think, a booklet here. Anything up here? Oh yes, there was a box. I can't remember. Was there like a booklet or something there? I think there was a book here that I have got. Right. We went to this and collected all the relics here. I just can't see what I've done wrong. I just can't understand what I've done wrong.
What do you mean done wrong?
I'm just trying to recall my steps. That's what I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to recall my steps. Let me, down here. I hate this area, man. I feel sick to my stomach. Alright, I've collected everything down that away. Is this the key code? Yes, key code.
Did this open the secret door from the inside? Hope I'm not trapped in here.
You said you've collected everything around here, right? For goodness sake, Lara, I didn't want you to go through there. Yeah, I think Nara's collected everything around here. I'm just trying to recall my steps. If I can't find it, then I've just stuck on 55. I'm willing to continue to see what I possibly have done wrong. Oh, gosh dang it, Lara keeps going for that wall and don't want her to. Honestly, I believe that Nara's just collected everything in that room. I have faith in her of doing so. I remember her opening this. And then there was that Lara document, right? I don't want to go back down in that cellar because there was those two green lockers that needed a crowbar. I think I'm done down here. I have faith. I'm done down here. I think I'm done in the library. Don't know why I have a gut feeling it's a... I don't know why I've got a good feeling it's somewhere around here. Don't know why, but it's got that weird gut feeling. So I'm assuming that it could potentially be down here. This is the only place that I haven't fully explored, and never was there around the graveyard. Nothing there. I think that might have already been collected, or here would have been collected. Oh my goodness. Is this the... Oh my goodness, is this the last relic? I think we found it.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
Oh my gosh, we found it, Chad. The Golden Rose. Of course! The last collectible would be a goddamn rose. Of course it would be. And I got the trophy, Home Raider. I knew Night Rose would be a freaking pain in the ass to find. Of course. The last bloody collectible would be a rose, wouldn't it? Oh, it was staring at me the entire time, man. It was literally staring at me. Don't know why, but I had such a... like... strong gut feeling. A really strong gut feeling that it would be around like my mother's graveyard area. I was just gonna go down here and just literally spam square on literally everything, but I'd rather retrace my steps. And made sure I went through, as the old saying would be, every nook and cranny. But, yeah. That is literally 54, 54. 40 of 40 and 2 of 2. I literally just missed one. Just one relic. But I blame that on Night Rose, because she was in charge. So technically I found all of them. But of course it would be a rose, wouldn't it? Of course it would be. But no, I was stood here and you know, it sounds silly, but you know, if you've played Spider-Man games, like spider senses are tingling. But I was just literally stood here and I was literally looking at that gap there, and I was looking around. I was like, it has to be in this manner, or like within this manner. But I thought to go through all of my steps because of me just having this weird vibe that I could have possibly have missed something. But we went back to this area. And just in case for those who missed it, there was a sword here that I brought back from Yamatai. And if you paid attention to Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, there was a sword inside this like samurai guy. It was half broken. There was a few other collectibles around here that I picked up. Dual pistols. Roth's dual pistols here. I think there was a few other things that I picked up. But yeah, that's literally it. 54, 54, 40 of 40, and 2 of 2. And I got the trophy Home Raider. But the rest of the trophies are to do with Lara's Nightmare. I'll probably play that off stream to see what all the fuss is about. I know nothing of it. So it's going to be a first time for me to play it and stuff like that. If you would like me to stream it, then I will, but I don't know if it's anything to do with like a DLC. I don't know if it's anything to do with like the story or something like that. Like this one follows on from when the story is finished, Rise of the Tomb Raider, I'm assuming. So is, Lara's Nightmare following on from this one, if that makes sense. We don't know. I don't know either. But yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed the live stream. And I will be hopefully back streaming. If not tomorrow, then maybe on the weekend. I'm not entirely sure. But as the community post is written, and for those who haven't checked it out yet or anything like that, I would appreciate if you did. Left a like, voted, all that good stuff. Basically, I'm asking, what game would you like me to play after Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is this one? And I hope to see you in the live stream if you do vote. So the 3 games that I put out on the list, it was only going to be 2 at the moment, because, I wasn't sure about what the third one could have been. But I threw in Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation because I've heard nothing but good stuff about that game. I've heard nothing but good stuff in regards to reviews, feedback. People have said it's probably one of their favorites that they've ever played. Apparently the controls are genuinely nice to handle, and the story in general is amazing and stuff like that. So yeah, I decided to throw in Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. The reason I wrote Tomb Raider 4 is just in case, for those who do not know what number, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation is. But yeah, I've been wanting to jump into Tomb Raider 4 for a while, to understand the backstory of Werner von Croy. What does he mean about Egypt, and what does Lara mean about Egypt and stuff? I did play Tomb Raider 4 and 5 way back, but I was way too young to understand anything to do with those old Tomb Raider games. So watching Iroh's play Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3, it brought back memories of when I was a little kid, sat on my sister's bed just watching her play them. But yeah, it's definitely brought back a lot of good memories. So yeah, if you want me to play Tomb Raider 4, vote for it. If you want me to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Detroit Become Human, vote for them. I am going to let, obviously, days pass before I jump into the game to give people enough time to vote and to be certain of what they want to vote for. At the moment, Detroit Become Human is winning, and that is one game I have been wanting to jump back into because it does feel unfinished. It does feel like I have forgotten a little bit about that game. I do remember, quite a bit of it, but just not too much. I know. I don't remember their names. The blonde woman, I know that she's got the girl. She ran away from home with the girl and stuff. And then you've got the other guy who looked after the old man in the wheelchair. He's trying to find the meaning of Jericho, which we found out was a ship, which pissed Nightwares off. But I am guessing we're going to try and find the meaning of Jericho and what the other robots are doing there and stuff like that. And then the other guy who's working with that detective, I guess we'll find out what, he's up to, whatever. But yeah, feel free to vote. Feel free to leave a like on the community post. But yeah, I think that'll be it for the live stream today. I do need to head off though because I'm getting a haircut and I look like a baby again. Joker exists in all forms. Honestly, I feel like ever since we've made this character on Red Dead, named him Jericho, he's literally everywhere now. Like, I've played, I don't even know how many games, and they've mentioned the name Jericho. I've even watched movies, and they've mentioned the name Jericho. I'm like, gosh. Yeah, freaking get rid of him, can you? But, I hope in Chapter 6, Season 3 Battle Pass, we don't have a guy called Jericho. I swear to God. There's like a cowboy male skin or whatever. Brownish hair, green eyes, named Jericho. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm done. I am done. But we'll see. You know what happens in Chapter 6, Season 3, which will be arriving in May. But speaking of Fortnite, I'll probably jump back into it, but the reason why I've been distancing myself from it is because of the cheaters, the hackers, all that crap. I was playing typical gamers new map, or Jogo's new map, TMNT, Super Red versus Blue. I thought to just try it out, try the Ninja Turtle mythics out and stuff, and there was this guy that was just instant headshotting me. And when I spawned, I even hid in like certain places, and he just knew where I was. He came to the base, just snapped straight onto me, headshot me, and the whole game itself was just unplayable because he was just instant headshotting everybody. He was on kill streaks. He was literally across the map, and he was headshotting us in base. Like, we couldn't even respawn without getting insta-killed. I know there's that wheel. I know there's perks that will buff your like damage and stuff, but I had mega damage. I had the mega damage perk, and I was hitting people on the noggin, and they didn't die straight away. I'm like, okay, this dude is seriously on something. And he was just instant headshotting me. I was literally running circles with him, like using the grappler and all sorts, and he was snapping onto me. I was behind him, and his character would snap, like, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, basically he was facing me, and I jumped over him, and his character just turned around, just instantly snapped onto my head. I'm like, okay, even aim assist from myself doesn't even do that, because you have to stop aiming down sights, turn around manually, and aim back on. Like, his character just instantly turned around, snapped onto me, killed me. I'm like, okay, that is very, very weird. And people just started leaving. Like, we had a team, like a full blue team against a full red team. and he made literally nearly all of the blue team leave. And honestly, I don't blame him, because he was just killing everyone. He just knew where they were, instantly snapping headshots onto them, and they just left. I was like, honestly, I don't blame you, because this guy's just griefing the whole lobby. He's just going around snapping headshots, killing everyone instantly, and you could just feel that the vibes were off. It didn't feel like good vibes whatsoever. So I'm assuming that we possibly have come across a cheater in Fortnite. I reported him twice. Look, if I get suspended for fucking 12 hours, I don't give a shit. You know? But the way he was playing, I even had Naira's watching me, and she said, yeah, that's very weird. How he's just turning around, snapping onto you, instant headshot. It's very weird. So, yeah, Fortnite, it's become a cheater fest. It's so boring. It's not fun anymore. You know, you can't even play Battle Royale. You can't play Ballistic. You can't even play any game mode, really, without cheaters just ruining it. The only mode that's fun, and it's crazy for me to say this, but the only mode at the moment that's fun is Brick Life. Lego Brick Life, which Naira's did say that she enjoys it and she feels like Shannon. If you're there in the chat, she said that you would enjoy it if you ever came back to Fortnite. You know, it's a very chill mode. There's so much for you to do. There's so much XP that you can get. So if you ever do come back to Fortnite, then be sure to check out Lego Brick Life. But yeah, I played that because I played a few creative maps and I just couldn't be arsed with it. I honestly could not be arsed with it. But I'm probably going to catch up on levels and stuff on Fortnite over the next few days. But yeah, I think the next stream will be either Monday or Tuesday. I'm not too sure, because I'm going to be busy over the next $1 million. Gosh, a small down of $1 million. Crikey. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to head off. So I'm going to be busy throughout the night. I think Friday, Saturday and Sunday I'll be a bit busy as well, because I'm still trying to test things out with streaming and the network and all that stuff, to make sure everything's all good. But yeah, I think the next stream will be either Monday or Tuesday. We will see. But just keep an eye out for notification as always, like I always say. And if you want to stay up to date with myself, and you want to stay up to date with the community, be sure to join the Discord server, verify yourself, and then as soon as you've done that, enjoy the Discord server. Like if you just want to join just to get notifications of when I go live or whenever I upload, yeah, the Discord server is the best place. But I will see you either Monday or Tuesday, because like I said, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I'll potentially be busy. I also want to just play other games. Yeah, I could stream them, but that would then kind of be like, what's the point of putting out that community post? You know, when I said, what would you like me to play next after Rise of the Tomb Raider, you know? So I'll let those votes settle in over the next few days, and then whatever game wins, I'll be sure to live stream. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, as well as Friday, as well as weekend. And yeah, I'll see you Monday or Tuesday. But look after yourself, family, loved ones, friends, all the good stuff. and have a safe week, a safe weekend, and I'll see you Monday or Tuesday. Peace out, and stay safe, everyone.